Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another video. For this video I am going to keep track, I guess, of some kind of free market luck or whatever you want to say, and also talk a little bit about long-term merging, which is something I've been doing for a long time and I've been making quite a lot of mesos on it. Usually when I make videos, especially regarding meso farming, I always want to have footage of me getting the items and then selling it, so you can actually see that what I'm saying is correct. But for this one I'm not able to actually show you how I got it, because I got it around 2 years ago. Or not how I got it, but I can't show the footage of me getting it. I can just tell you how I got it. So something that I've been making a lot of mesos on in the past are the Lucky Winter and Enjoyable Winter, especially in the Enjoyable Winter. The first year it came around, I bought around 600 Enjoyable Winters for around 6 mil each, and I sold them all around a half year later for I think it was 30 mil or 40 mil each. So that's a huge profit there, and I still have a bunch of Lucky Winters laying around. They only costed 2 mil or 1.5 mil when I bought them back then. So this is a method that I have been using for a long time. I have to say that it's much easier to make mesos of merging when you have a lot of mesos yourself to start off with. For example, I bought all of these 200 advanced potential scrolls a long time ago, because all of a sudden I saw that the price dropped down to 3 mil each, and I didn't really know why it did that. Maybe it was glitched or duped or something like that, but obviously not something that I really can take into account, so I just bought them up. And because I had so much mesos laying around, I was just able to buy them without even having to worry about the potential loss. Same thing with these, they cost 150k, or maybe it was 100k when I bought them a long time ago, maybe like a year ago or something like that. The same with all these spell traces, they dropped down to 2k at some point, and I just bought a whole ton. You can see I have them right here, and also a ton here. And actually the day I'm recording this is spell trace fever tonight, so the price are probably also a little bit better than usual, but the other day I sold some for 12.5k, so that just means 10k profit from each of these spell traces, because I've been waiting so long. So that's just a little tip for you merchants out there. If you want to rake in some good money, you should probably try to invest in items that you think are gonna rise in price later. I would say almost 80% of the time, if you think that the item is going to be more expensive in the far future, just go ahead and take the chance. It's all about taking those chances. They usually pay off. I don't remember the last time one of these long-term investments haven't paid off if you wait long enough. You can also see that I have 836 of these super item crystals laying around. I think I bought them for 250k each. Back when I also made a lot of cubes myself, so I just had these, and they are now up to 1 mil each. So if you suddenly see a price drop on any item that is pretty frequently bought, then go ahead and take the chance of buying them. In my opinion, that is usually what I have been doing myself, and it has pretty much always paid off. Anyways, in this video I'm just going to show you guys me selling the items. I obviously, as I said, cannot really show you guys me obtaining the items because it's so long ago, but in the upcoming free market videos I will try to do that. But anyways, I just want to show you guys I found some items on my other characters that was just laying around. For example, this one, 15% strength, perfected Godlock's pendant, 10 stars, and I had actually three-lined legendary items on my Dark Knight. This one, the earrings and the ring, I'm probably going to cube myself with Meister cubes to get it to some percent drop rate and use it on my Luminous. But this one I am going to either just sell like this or cube it to get 23 or 20+% stat, and then sell it for around 7.5 to 8 bill, because I already have eye accessory with drop rate on my Luminous. I also have a +10 perfected scrolled knuckle on my Shade actually, which can be traded one time. I used the Tears of Karma a long time ago, and so that's something I also have to sell. It doesn't have any potential, but it should still be around 10 bill for that one. And also I have a +8 perfected with the 50% spell traces, Hayato weapon, katana, which is also one-time trade on my Hayato, so I have to sell that as well. Other than that, I'm just going to set up my shop now, and I hopefully will be able to rake in some money. I have, as you can see, I had around 10 bill in here, and also 10 bill here in the last video I made on this character. And it is because I have bought some drop percent items on my Luminous, which you will see in a upcoming video on my Luminous. Very good deals there. Going to speak about them there, and just good stuff. But anyways, let us just get into selling all of these items. When buying and selling on the free market, guys, be sure to use these Owl of Manure. If you guys are new to the game or haven't been merging yourself, that sort of stuff, you might not know that you can buy these owls at the Genesis potion store, actually, just for 10k each. They work just like the cash item. A long time ago these costed like 700 NX each, but now you can get them for mesos in the shop. So be sure to use those if you are going to sell anything, because you can get an exact idea of how much the item is worth currently. And also if you have a similar item, for example my this one, the katana, 2-lined, unique, clean with 9% attack. I'm not quite sure how much it's worth actually, but I can probably get an idea by looking at the other katanas that's out there on the market right now. So let me just try to find a spot. Maybe 13 will be good. Gonna take this one right here, and I'm using the Granny's food stamp so I don't have to stand there myself. You can get one of these. I think you can still get one of these 4 reward points every month or something like that. So for example, to start off here, I just want to check out how much my pendant is actually worth. So just gonna search that up real quick here in the owl. Reinforced Gorlock's pendant. It's probably called reinforced engraved. Yep, there it is. And mine was +7. So like this one, 15% stat. You can see this guy is selling it for 4.4 billion mesos. This is pretty much exactly like mine. Mine just has 2 stars less than this guy, and this one is a little bit different, but also almost the same. Another thing to look at here is that they actually only have one trade. You can see untradeable after transaction, but mine has not been equipped yet. So you can trade it around as many times as you like until you equip it. So I'm gonna try to pop mine in for 5 billion mesos, also because the stat percent strength is not on the market right here, and strength and luck are pretty much the most sought out after stats in my opinion. So I'm gonna try to pop it in for 5 billion mesos, see how that goes. Next up is the Fafnir katana, and how is it? It is called Raven Ring. Maybe there's not really any on the market that is similar to mine. This one has unique potential, has been revealed yet. Clean as well. So this is the one I should compare mine to, I guess. And 9% is a decent potential. It's not the best, but I definitely think it's a little bit worth more than just a clean one. So I'm gonna try to pop mine in for 750 mil. I'm not expecting it to be sold because Hayato is not a very common class, I think. But we will see how that goes. Maybe actually I'm gonna try to put in for a bill, and then people can just offer on it if they are interested. I'm gonna wait a bit with selling this and this. I'm gonna wait until I have some cubes to cube them up to get a little bit better stats on them. I think that just makes the value go up so much, and I can probably get some cubes from bossing at some point. So I'm just gonna wait with those. Let me just check out the price for the advanced potential scrolls. Cheapest one on the market is for 8 billion mesos, and as you can see, the other people here have around 15, 20 mil. But unfortunately this guy just bumps in with 67 of these scrolls. So if I had to buy them all, I'd have to pay 536 million just to have a chance of selling them at 15 mil, and I'm not sure if that's going to happen, so I'm just gonna not risk it and sell it for 8 million actually, even though you might be tempted to just buy out all of these and then try to sell at this price. But when you have so many scrolls, people can easily undercut you with time, so I'm just gonna sell them at under 8 million, and that's still a huge profit. I think I bought it from, was it 3 million I said each, I think it was. So 5 mil profit from each sale, which is still very good. Just putting there 50k cheaper than the other guys. There is. And next up, let me just check those lucky windows. So they are also in for around 5 mil, which is decent. I think I bought them, was it 2 mil I said? So also a little profit there, around 3 mil. Let me just write down this number. 4, 8 there. So I can pop it a little bit cheaper than that guy as well. So let's do 4, 7, 9, 9. Just a good looking number there. Have I put one too many on? No, I have not. And I guess I only withdrew 100 of them. That's fine for now. Let me just put them like that, so I have more space for my spell traces. I'm gonna pop in the crystals and then the cubic blades first actually. So let me just do that. Cubic blade. That goes in for. Whoa! Look at this, guys. This is an example of when you should buy something from free market. You can see a lot of them are just around 7 mil. Here's the cap. That's pretty much always some kind of people, someone who has stuck on him for a long time, or some kind of butter which pretty much dominates the price. And you can see these guys are just trying to undercut him. I'm not going to buy this one and this one, even though there's only 1 and 6, because it's not that huge of a difference, and there's also fees and all that stuff. So I'm just going to buy these two, because then I can bump up the price to this guy. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. Just gonna have to get a little bit of mesos from my storage keeper. And I also need to buy just some more owls from the potion store. So let's just search him up. Cubic blade onto here, the first one. 2 from this guy, putting it there. And the next one. We can now put him in for that price, just under 7.5 mil. So let me just take him in there for 7.449. Like that. Looking good. And the next up is the crystals. Spirit crystal. They were around 1 mil last time I was selling them. Hopefully they stayed around there. They are just around 1 mil here. I think actually I'm gonna buy these two maybe. Should I really do that? Yeah, I'm gonna put them in for 9, just under this price here, and then I'm gonna buy those 2 up here, because there's only 6 each, and when I have 800 I want to get that little more value. This is actually the guy I bought the cubic blade from as well. I'm just gonna re-put them real quick so I get every one of them in. Was it there? There we go. And then last up here, I'm gonna put in the spell traces. I don't think I'm gonna put in the scrolls yet. Let me just check this spell trace price. Please be around 15k. That would be awesome. Oh, look at this price, guys. That is absolutely mental. The miracle time is also tonight, so that's probably why the prices all of a sudden just rose very quickly. I bought them, as I said earlier, for around 2k or 2.5k or something like that each, and they have all risen up to 22k, so almost 20k profit from every single spell trace, which is absolutely insane. That's what I'm talking about, the long-term investment, especially with the items such as spell traces, superior item crystals, and those scrolls that you always use. If you see them going down in price, be sure to buy them, because you can make a huge profit. So I'm just gonna fire them in for 21, 9, 4, 9. Is it like that? Yep, I think it is. And just fill the entire shop up with these now. If I sell a lot of these, it's gonna be a huge profit, guys. Huge profit. So there we go, the shop is now loaded up with spell traces. If you guys didn't know, the granny store has a whole bunch more spaces in the shop. I think it has just as many as the robot stand, but the normal, I don't think anyone has it here, the normal mushroom stand has a lot less slots. So if you're gonna buy one of these hard merchants, be sure to buy granny or robot. I think robot also, but at least granny has the highest amount of slots, I think, for those hard merchants. So be sure to buy that one if you are going to buy one yourself. Then last but for the name here, I'm just gonna call it 15% strength, reinforced, perfected, reinforced pendant, and traces, because people probably want to look for traces today. And then I'm gonna come back tomorrow or later today and see if I've sold anything. And let me know, guys, if you want to see similar videos to this, if I have more to sell later. I just thought I would show you guys a little bit of how I did different merging things on the free market. Obviously, as I said, I'm sorry that I could not show me obtaining the items because I got it from such a long time ago, but I can kind of give you the thought process behind it that might help some of you guys out. And this video is probably really long. I can see I have been recording for 30 minutes actually right now. It's obviously going to be a little bit shorter, but it's probably going to be quite long. But anyways, I will see you in the next clip. Alright, so I'm back in game now. I think it has been like 8 hours or 9 hours maybe. But anyways, let's just check out if we have sold anything, and if so, how much. Little bit lag here, guys. And 1.3 bill laying around for us. Someone saying buying spell trays 15k each. Oh, and all our spell traces, or not of them, a lot of them has been sold. And we actually just we've sold 7 advanced potential scrolls as well. No one on the pendant. Let's just check it in here. Also 160 item crystals. Whole bunch of spell traces, of course, because of the spell trace fever. So let's just cash these out. And I'm gonna go look at the spell trace price on an hour to see if I have been undercut by a lot of people. And as expected, a lot of people have been re-putting spell traces. As you can see, I've been undercutting here by a lot of 5k stacks. So I'm gonna have to re-put them. I'm just gonna put them in for under this 20k one. I'm not gonna bother by buying this, because if someone actually wants to buy spell traces, they're just gonna buy this one and probably buy the whole stack anyway. So I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm just gonna re-put it for just around 19.94. I'm actually just gonna check really quickly if there is a spot over at FM7. It actually looks like there is, so I'm gonna close up my shop really quickly, guys, just to get that better spot, because I think that FM7 is one of the best spots out there. I'm not gonna bother showing you guys the process of me restocking my shop. I'm just gonna show you afterwards what I put it at. And look, guys, just while restocking my shop, a lot of people, look at this, guys, people are actually buying my spell traces even before I was able to rebuy everything or restock everything. Haven't even put a real name on it, just called it G right now, and all of these spell traces have been sold. There we go, with 380 mil, look at this, all of these just sold already. Let me just slap these in real quickly. Someone undercut them a lot, so I have to put them in for like this, and this for 694 to 3, just like this, guys. And you just call that cheapest traces, comma 15% strength, green pendant, like that. Okay, so there we go. The shop is now full. I only have these 2 left actually, which is pretty insane. I actually think that I'm gonna take these 2 out and just slap in my spell traces because they are worth more currently because of the fever time. These cubic blades are not really gonna jump in price because of it, so might as well just get all of these traces out right now so I get the full value. There we go, all of them has now been put in, and I've dragged out the 380 mil there, so it is now ready to generate some good money. I'll probably be back at the shop tomorrow because it is almost midnight for me now. So I will see you in the next clip. Okay guys, so here I was back at the shop after 12 hours and just gonna head in and see how much I've sold. And it turns out that I sold right there for 2.6 billion mesos, which is a good chunk as well. Sold all of my spell traces, which I was very happy about. That was the ones I bought for a lot cheaper a whole long time ago, around 2 or 3k I think it was. But anyways, I also got to sell my superior item crystals, and I'm recording this audio right here after I recorded the footage in game because my mic fucked up last time I tried to do it. So I'm just doing a little post voicing, and I want to show you guys a little trick you can do. This Granny's food stand right here is actually the 24-hour one, but if you put up your shop right before, like 10 minutes before it expires in your inventory, you re-put it, then it actually stays there for 24 hours more, so you can essentially get it up for almost 48 hours even though it is the 24-hour one. Just be sure to do it before your item in your cash inventory actually expires. And for all this to work, you have to close the shop entirely, so click close shop in your store and then put it up again. And right here you can see all of the items that I re-put in my shop. I didn't really have that much to sell anymore, so I just went on all my other characters to find different random items that could potentially sell. I didn't really expect much of it to sell, but I just thought why not just throw it in there and see how well it does. So I was then back the next day, over 24 hours later, because of school and all that stuff, so I wasn't able to actually see if anyone left any offers in the shop, which is a little bit unfortunate. But anyways, you can see here from Frederick how much mesos I sold for in the last little time period. I sold for 260 mil. I actually don't know what sold. I think it was the potential scrolls and some cubic blades and some different stuff like that. But as you can see, even the spell traces wasn't even sold, so I probably got undercut on those because the spell trace fever time actually was also available in the time span where I sold those spell traces, so I have been undercut a whole bunch of those, I think. But anyways, a good lit sale. I don't know if I made if I got sold for 5.5 bill or 4.5 bill, but definitely a whole chunk of mesos there, which is always awesome. If you guys made it this far in the video, I can see it is like over 20 minutes long. Then congratulations to you, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more like this. If I do it in the future, I will be sure to make it shorter for you guys. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.